Right, here we are at Swan Cottage again, and we're going to go up very, very briefly and hopefully do a slightly calmer little survey through the house now that we have half a clue as to what we'd like to do. So we turn right into what would be, we believe, the king room. We're looking to take that cupboard out and put the sleeper couch there. I think it would just about go. Simple job. And then over here, I don't know if he's locked it back up. I think he has. Yeah, he locked it back up, but there's a lot of storage in here, so that's very, very useful for linens. We need to put some shelving in there. There's no shelving, but there are 2 chests of drawers in there which I think need to go. But we'll put shelving in there, probably obviously sort the furniture out later, but maybe a dresser there, the sleeper couch there, and a wardrobe over here or something. And of course up into the bathroom, and pretty much nothing needs to be done with this bathroom. There is another storage in here, which is great. I don't think there's very much needs to be done in here. The B&B rooms are essentially pretty much ready to go. Up in here, this wardrobe is huge and will be going. You can see it's way too big. So we'll just put a little one in there, and that'll leave room for a dresser and little side tables. Huge window, and very, very light and airy, and this is all tiled across the top here, so it's really nice and clean and sharp and really, really quite lovely. We're going to put a shower in there. I think it's these water heater showers, and obviously we'll leave Paul and the electrician to take care of all that. But it should be no problem whatsoever. There is frosted glass there, so that's nice for privacy. Okay, so this will be a perfectly lovely room. It's actually got a really quite nice view down there of the back of the pub and the back of the house, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. It looks absolutely fine. Right, we'll step on down into the Super King room. Once again, this is the storage cupboard here, and there's no shelving in there, which is probably good because you need to put taller things like, I suppose, vacuum cleaners and sort of big stuff in there. There's a little bit of shelving actually at the top, which is handy. So there is actually a bit more storage than I originally thought, which is quite a relief. I'm trying to get all the bed linens up here if we can. Once again, there's quite a step up into this bathroom here in the Super King room, but there is a grab handrail, which is handy. And once again, we'll put one of those water heater showers, and this is actually back to back with that. That's a window through to the other bathroom that I just showed you. So one water heater presumably will do both showers, and that would be really good. Now these are 3-foot singles, so that's the same size as we've got at home. So when you actually put them together to make the Super King, move them fractionally closer to the window, there's still a seating area by the window. These are very small seats, but they're plenty big enough for me to sit in. And they do afford this wonderful, wonderful view out the front to the pond. So we do need small furniture here to make the most of the room. There is actually that little bench there, so you don't need a little table in between, or you could have one if you wanted. Once again, these great big wardrobes, way too big, taking up way too much room, so it's lovely to be able to get rid of them. And dresser drawers, there's a TV in the corner there. These are all staying, but this is going to be a lovely, lovely room. Yeah, Super King room. Really nice. Right, once again, as I said on the last video, this is where it gets complicated, but hopefully we've got a slightly better idea now of where everything goes.
Today, there's not much traffic today, and then all of a sudden there'll be a little minibus turn up like that, and 20 walkers get off. So you get that sort of thing, no?
There we go. Right. Very, very good indeed.
Come without the whole view of the.
I don't hold antics.
We got the
witness protection scheme.
We've got the dado rail round here, and the decor in here is really nice, and the burgundy down the bottom there. What we're going to do is put some insulation up the top. That's a at least a 6-inch drop down there with the beams, maybe a little more, so we can get about 3 inches or 4 inches of insulation through there to deaden the sound. And what we're going to do, these doors will have to stay, but they'll be replaced with solid doors. They're double doors to make it actually easier to get stuff in and out of. And we'll put an ensuite in the corner here. Once again, this is a burgundy colour. That's about 5 foot across, just over 5 feet across that bookshelf, so that's going to all come out. And then the ensuite would be around about to the edge of that picture there. So if you can just picture the ensuite in that corner of the room, it's more or less the same size and modelled upon the ensuites we've got at Townsend Farm. And then that will leave all sorts of room left for the bed and furniture and all this, that and the other. We're not going to put a door over here because that's a solid wall. We're going to keep these doors here. But the guest that actually stays in this room would come through here and not actually go into the kitchen, even though I'm going to do that. There's a step up into the kitchen. This fridge would come out, and our range oven would go in there, which is only half as wide as all that huge fridge. And we would probably take out that corner cabinet there and put the dishwasher in there. There's loads of counter space in here and lots of light. It's really, really nice. And I think we mentioned before, there are 2 double sinks. The stovetop is over here and the oven is over there, and that's of course got a grill in there for bacon, etc. Loads and loads of counters. There's lots of space up here for hanging stuff. There's wine deals up there. They've got all their cookware hanging up on the beams, and we're also going to soundproof this in here because we're right underneath the big bathroom and the king room there. Now, this is where it does get very, very complicated, but essentially that wall is going to come out. In fact, we're going to take all these walls out. We may or may not take out all of the cabinets here. We may leave them, I'm not quite sure. But we're going to take all these out. Everything's going to be ripped out, and this door here is the door that opens out into the guest lounge. So I'm just going to step you through this way now. It's a little bit tight. But essentially we're back in the guest lounge. There's the front door. Here's the guest lounge. So our guests would come downstairs. The guest that stays in that room there would come through here, and all of our guests would come through this door for breakfast. All of this will be ripped out. All of this wall here will be ripped out. Maybe this will stay, but all of this will be ripped out, so it'll be very, very tidy indeed. And then when it says welcome to Swan Cottage there, as they step up here, this will all be gone, ripped out. And we're now literally entering the breakfast room. All this would be one large open room. This toilet and bathroom would all be ripped out and gone. The washer dryer there, all ripped out and gone. Just trying to make sure I can see exactly what's going on here. I think there's a wall back there, but that would all be ripped out and gone. And we would enter then through into here, the garden room, which is very warm. It's a lovely sunny day. It's a cool day, but it's a lovely sunny day, and it's very, very warm in here. So we may leave this insulation because otherwise I think it might get horribly, horribly hot. It's plenty of light in here, it really is. I think we'll probably leave that sun screening there. This room is going to be approximately 18 by 10 by the time it's all knocked through to back to this stone wall there. And all of this will be gone. Difficult to imagine, but it's going to be a beautiful room, tiled floor. We've got tiling on this floor here. I don't know quite what we'll do with that, but the tiles are really nice. So it's going to be a lovely, lovely breakfast room, and it's not echoey or anything, so that's really nice. Unfortunately, the outside, I'm not going to bother going outside and looking in those outbuildings, but it could be problematic with digging up the concrete and whatever. We have to get building regs and whatnot. This is where our private quarters starts, and there's the bathroom. And it is just a little bathroom, very little actually, but hey, plenty big enough. And when we do go on upstairs, this, by the way, is where the door would come through from, I'm just going to back out here, when you come through from the rooms that we're going to knock through out there, this is where the door would break into the house. So there would be a door straight in front of us here, and that's how we would get into our lounge. And then you go on upstairs. Great music. And I think we will just probably leave this room exactly as it is for the time being. All these cabinets and whatever probably be useful storage, and we'll just use this as a dressing room. Might as well just leave the sink in here. I can shave there and all that sort of good stuff. Melinda can have a piano up here. And then coming through here into the bedroom. Clothes hanging up here. There is, clothes hanging up here, and all of these cabinets go right back into the eaves. There's lots and lots of shelving in there, so there's plenty of room for clothes and whatnot. So that's it. We're excited, quite daunted, but hey, it's only money, and we'll see you later. Bye.